It's time for Frat Chat, the show about fraternities and sororities and all the cool stuff they're doing these days. Here's your host, Jason Ryder.
Hey, welcome again to Frat Chat. Now, frats have been getting some bad press lately, so before we get started, I want to clear up two little situations that occurred over the weekend. In one instance, a fraternity member urinated off of a balcony onto a group of partiers below. Now, I've spoken with members of that frat, and they say, unfortunately, the bathroom was out of order that night. And let's be honest, it could have been worse. Also, another fraternity has been taking some heat for making a pledge member have sex with a sheep. Granted, that sort of thing doesn't appeal to everyone, but this particular pledge member was from Ellensburg. Now, I know what's going to happen. These isolated incidents will be brought up every time someone mentions a fraternity or sorority. But what people fail to mention are all the good things the Greek system does for the community. The Theta Delts are just one example. They've established a 4-year scholarship for girls in financial need who have big breasts. I believe we have a question from our audience. Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yeah, I was walking on Greek Row last night, and, well, next thing I know, I wake up with this beer can stuck in my head. I don't think that's right.
Did you get a transfusion?
Yeah, 3 pints of blood.
Well, there you go. If the fraternities and sororities hadn't held the Pan-Hellenic blood drive, you might not be alive today. So don't be so quick to criticize. But that's typical of the non-Greek community. Because of a few bad apples, people assume that whenever something goes wrong, frats or sororities are automatically involved. What they don't understand is that the Greek system is taking the lead in dealing with issues of the 90s, particularly where drinking is concerned. In fact, many houses are starting to hold alcohol-free parties. Now, here with some information on that is one of our campus sorority sisters, Shelley.
Thanks, Jason. Hi, I'm Shelley. You know, Greek life is fun, 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 but it should also be safe. And that's why I support alcohol-free parties. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, Shelley, how can I have fun at an alcohol-free party? It's simple. You get hammered before you go. Okay, so you drink in your room. I mean, I do it all the time. Or you scam some fake ID and hit Goldies on 45th, whatever. The point is, get faced. Okay, now, you're probably wondering how much you should drink before you go. Well, that depends on the type of party you're going to. For example, if it's a make-out with a bunch of people you don't know party, you need to slam about 6 beers, 8 if you're drinking Coors Light. If it's throwing up is part of the fun party, mix up your liquor and drink like 6 beers plus 4 shots of tequila. That should do it. And if it's your spring formal, try drinking a whole lot of Baileys. It goes down easy and is oh so yummy. And finally, if it's a party with lots of freshmen or computer science majors, just chug a whole bottle of Everclear. Of course, you know, with this much alcohol in your system, you will be legally drunk. So please don't drive, because that would be breaking the law. So have fun, and I'll see you in rehab.
Okay. Thanks, Shelley. Thank you. Very good. We'll see you at the Mega Nooner Keg next Friday. Now, another thing people always say about fraternities is that they don't prepare members adequately for the real world. Well, here to rebut that charge is a famous alumnus of the Greek system, Senator Robert Hartwood.
Thank you. Thank you very much, young man. Well, I was a member of Delta Chi fraternity during my days at the University of Oregon. And let me tell you something, the skills I learned in my 3 years there were a great help to me in my distinguished career as a senator. Stealing tests and helping brothers to cheat on exams laid the groundwork for later manipulations of federal and state funds. And what better learning place than a frat party to prepare for the harassment and fondling of female staff members? Not to mention the abuse of alcohol that goes on in the Senate. So I say yes to fraternities. In fact, without them, where would we get the white upper middle class men to run this country?
Okay, thanks, Senator. Well, that's about all the time we have this week. I hope we provided you with some new insights into the Greek system. Join us next time for our spring break show where we raise money for the homeless with a wet T-shirt contest. Good night.